By itself, diversity can mean many things. The definition itself is a form of diversity. It means a state or fact of being diverse or different to a variety of opinions. The important point in the formal meaning is that it indicates there is a point of differences. Diversity is achieved when a woman and men enjoy the same right and opportunity across all sectors of society, including economic participation and decision making, and when different behaviors, aspirations, and needs of women and men are equally valued and favored. We have been witnessing this diversity or differences today in the maritime industry. Yes, today the maritime industry in India is witnessing the dawn of new era for women seafarer. Venturing into this primarily male-dominated society, women have been creating history at every step. They have overcome personal and professional hurdles, providing that they are as capable and strong as their male counterparts. As a matter of fact, there was a great reluctance among shipping companies to employ women in the first place, irrespective of their capability or educational excellence. But this scenario has changed today. There has been a gradual acceptance of the fact that women are as fit for the field as men. This change has been long time in coming. It is due to the groundbreaking work of these women that girls are becoming more respected in the community. Today, woman is no longer a dependent soul. She is well educated and independent and self-reliant in every respect and is capable of doing everything. The maritime sector is no exception, with numerous instances and wherein women have contributed immensely in every sector, including the transport sector, be it road, rail, airways, water transport, and even on space mission. Women have shown their capability. We have many chief engineer and master in maritime sector, and we are proud of Captain Ms. Radhika Menon, who was awarded by the IMO for her exceptional bravery. Mrs. Nilofer Naha is a great 3 Indian woman to become a pilot with Kolkata Port Trust Government of India. History has many instances of the women, most outstanding women, Saint Mother Teresa, Shrimati Indira Gandhi, Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams, Kiran Bedi, Sania Mirza, Sania Nehwal, Mary Kom. The list of is unending. They are entry professions that were till recently considered to be the domain of the males. They are flying planes. They are driving e-rickshaws and trains, wielding the surgeon knife and winning Olympic medals. Within my limited capacity as a General Secretary of the Maritime Union of India, I am proud to say that MEI boasts of having over 100 lady seafarers as members. MEI realized the need to have a dedicated system, and the MEI Women Wing was incepted to deal with specific issue related to women seafarers and officers' families. We wish to reach out to each and every such woman battling it out alone, whether at home or at sea. We want to be there for her, give her the timely support and help her tide over her problem. The MEI Women Wing deals with the family and women-specific topics in their workshop, where we have panel of lawyers, doctors, and counselors to address specific issue and needs as when required. We have a support system to address the mental well-being and women-specific health problem, along with guidance to work-related matters like harassment and gender discrimination. This is also a platform to voice issues and grievances, seek redress, come together and bond with fellow women sailors. We have traveled generations and miles and still have a long way to go. Therefore, I urge everyone present to note the contribution and recognize the woman power to bring in the further development, harmony, and peace in general, maritime profession in particular. Let's recognize the importance of their existence. and motivate them for the future achievements. We can conclude that woman is the blessing of God. The progress of a nation is determined by the progress of women of the country. Without women, this world can't progress, and hence we who form a integral part of the society should honor and respect the right and status of the women around us.
The Maritime SheEO, founded by Ms. Sanjam Gupta, the name is in itself, SheEO, Maritime SheEO, is so unique, and it conveys very clearly the intent of the concept, Maritime SheEO. In no uncertain terms, it reflects that the women participation in the decision-making processes, women participation in the interaction of whatever we do. My union, National Union of Seafarers of India, is proud to support the initiatives of Ms. Sanjam Gupta through the Maritime SheEO, and we align ourselves in totality, in the entirety of the whole concept of Maritime SheEO. I recollect the name of my union. At one time it used to be National Union of Seamen of India. And way back in 1954, we had just two women members who were our members, and they were working on ships. And they came to the then General Secretary of my union of NUSI, and they came out with the thought that this is the name of the union is National Union of Seamen of India. And what about us? So to keep abreast with the gender sensitivity, my union's name was changed from National Union of Seamen of India to National Union of Seafarers of India, and that also way back in 1954. So you can imagine the power of two women. Only two women. It just required two women members, and we changed the name itself of our union from National Union of Seamen of India to National Union of Seafarers of India. As of now, the team is, we are having the office bearers of the union, elected office bearers, with the guidance of our NUSI President, Captain Hiranandani. We have come a long way since 1954 as far as diversity is concerned. Many of our members working on ships, they are male, but naturally, as of now, the majority of our seafarers and our members are male. And we have seen that when we involve the family members, the female family members of our seafarers, the male members, we got a good response in our activity, including our USR, that is the Union Social Responsibilities, including those activities. We involve the mother, the sister, the wife, the daughter, and many a times even the girlfriends of the seafarers. And we found a sea change in the more and more takers of our activities. So under the guidance of Captain Hiranandani, our president, we decided that we should do something more than this. So we took our general body decision and we changed the constitution of our union, NUSI, and we brought in structures in place to get more and more women participation. So we have women committees in our structure by default by the constitution, because we have many women seafarers, particularly on the cruise ships. So we thought it befitting that we should have some proper structure of women in our activities, interaction which will enhance the interaction of our women workers, seafarers, those who are working on ships, particularly as I said on cruise ship. But nowadays there are ratings also coming in, and it has paid us rich dividends, because no matter how hard we try, our women seafarers, and that also involved in the decision making processes of our union, is very helpful, and this is how it should be. Yes, and we are firm, and we stand committed to the fact that we should involve more and more women in our interaction and in our activities. NUSI is the first union to have our own union app, and let me tell you that the thought to have a union app came from our women committee. This is just one of the things which I'm mentioning. And the workplace and health and safety challenges are already faced by all the transport workers as of now in COVID-19 crisis, and more particularly for women transport workers. And COVID-19 is if I have to put it that way, a new pretext or a new excuse to deny jobs to qualified women workers in whatever capacity, as seafarers or in managerial capacity, onshore, on the ship. COVID-19 has become, new excuse to deny them. As it is, it was difficult for women to get jobs. Despite being qualified, there has been a lot of, negativities associated by those policymakers who are in a position to take a decision but deny women the rightful platform. And it is platforms like the Maritime SheEO which enhances the awareness of women workers in many capacities, including decision making capacities. And women workers, and nowadays we keep on hearing seafarers are essential workers. Yes, but sometimes it appears to be cosmetic, and it appears to be more cosmetic as far as the women are concerned. Women transport workers on the front line of the global health crisis. Access to decent sanitation and washing facilities are essential to preventing infection and to general health. And other issues such as shortage of personal protective equipment and keeping workplaces infection free are also key concerns for women transport workers. At the same time, there is, as I said, there is a recognition of the contribution of the entire transport workers which they make to the global society, and they are designated as key workers. Yes, as key workers, for example, in the provision of all forms of public transport services and the distribution of food, medical supplies, and other basic goods. But the reality is that largely, however, our industry and our governments are not looking at how this pandemic is particularly or disproportionately affecting women. In an industry like transport workers, where work is highly gendered, this oversight could lead to huge costs to women workers. More and more women need to be involved in the, as I said, in the decision-making process, not just because they are women, but because they have the capacity. They have the right level of aptitude, they have the level of confidence, and they can prove themselves. But many a times, despite these positive aspect of individual women, they are denied the opportunity. At times, there are companies who genuinely want to support women and do so. But by and large, just to be politically correct, the companies make very hi-fi good statements, pious statements of yes, it is so important to have women in the decision-making process. It is so important to have women seafarers and many such things. But they do it in the political arena, when they are in a common space, when they are in the social gathering. But when they go themselves, go to the confines of their own cubicle in their offices, their mindset changes and they are not the ones who take decision to employ more women. Now this is hypocrisy. But there are companies who genuinely do employ women and offer them other, all things remaining equal, no matter whether it's a man or a male or a female, job is given, or preference is given, or means on the capacity and the ability of that person, not because of the gender of that person. If such companies are coming forward and doing it, their efforts should be acknowledged by the industry, by the society at large, and the government also. So that will, because they are not the ones who are just, lip service, they're actually doing it, so that needs to be acknowledged. And NUSI will support and continue to support any initiative of women empowerment. And that is the reason we are very happy, we are proud to be associated with the Maritime SheEO. And in my closing, if I have to say something in Hindi, which I'll make a crude translation, that कोमल है कमज़ोर नहीं तू, शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है, मौका मिले और वक्त पड़े तो 10 पुरुषों पर भारी है, कोमल है कमज़ोर नहीं तू, शक्ति का नाम ही नारी है. It's a crude translation. Women are gentle, definitely not weak. Women are synonymous with power. If given a chance and if the situation warrants, women can take 10 men head on. So with this, I wish the Maritime SheEO all the best, and we'll continue to support it, and we would want more and more women to come as seafarers in various capacity, and not just as seafarers but also including shore jobs in the decision making processes. So all the best and take care. Thank you.